Hello, everyone. This is Daniel Riley for Sports Talk on Power Talk Internet Radio. I have to let this off my chest. This week, I came across coverage of the Scripps National Spelling Bee on ESPN. If you're like me, you're wondering why on earth ESPN broadcasts stuff like this. It's an excellent conversation whether glorified spelling tests have any business being televised at all, let alone shown to the whole world. That said, to me, this issue isn't just something about meaningless so-called competitions. This is about parents using their kids to get theirs. That's what these spelling bees that are put up on television really are for. A few years ago, when I started podcasting on this station, I mentioned the education system here in the U.S. is a glorified academic decathlon used for national pride. I stand by that statement 100%. Now, ego can be added to the list thanks to the Scripps National Spelling Bee. You see parents putting their sense of self-esteem on their kids with them playing football and basketball. Here it's the same thing. It's bad enough we throw in ridiculous classes like trigonometry most kids will never use outside the classroom or after they hit adulthood. Parents in class. We commercialize the simple act of spelling so parents can feel good about themselves. Worse, it's safe to say some children have a grasp of why the school system's failing better than their parents. Really? This is what we and ESPN have sunk to? We treat spelling as if something like the NBA Finals are at stake and act shocked kids aren't as passionate about school as they should be, or even take it seriously. Just ridiculous. I shouldn't be surprised we've sunk this low, but I am. Education isn't life or death. It's not some massive competition that should be used to satisfy a parent's ego. You teach kids history, math, and science so they can make it in the real world, not so mom and dad can brag to the guy next door Junior got a trophy handed him live on television. At least I thought it wasn't. Whoever won the Scripps National Spelling Bee ever went on to make some massive breakthrough in the field of medicine or science as an adult. At least not that I know of. They disappeared afterwards. This is just an attempt to make academics look like a competition so we can convince ourselves we're on the right track to begin with. Just teaching kids words most of us only studied for SATs in high school, if we ever came across them at all, or used them. Shame on us. I know how flawed the school system is in the U.S. because I suffered the consequences as a learning disabled student. But this isn't about me. This is about the fact we turned education into nothing more than a professional sport. And like most pro sports teams treat their players, students in our elementary, middle, and high schools are just a commodity educators can use to get theirs. Parents of these kids in that spelling bee are no more than agents, if you will, trying to get publicity for their families they shouldn't have. It's truly ridiculous. It's about parents' egos. That's it. Let's stop televising spelling bees and leave them for the classroom. For that matter, let's make sure there's enough taxes spent on schools to the point where there isn't the economic disparity in districts like there is in Major League Baseball. And let's focus kids things on teaching the right stuff, like teaching Junior how to balance a checkbook and using a bank account, not advanced calculus. Save that as an elective in college. I don't need to establish a spelling bee is no more a sport than poker. It's just that last weekend, we saw a nationally televised example why education here in the United States is a joke. We've turned it into a ripoff of the Olympics, not something that educates and prepares kids for the real world. The future depends on that kind of change. Enough is enough. Only when the school system is about making intelligent people, not cash, or an opportunity for a parent to get on television, will it stop being a subject for documentaries like Waiting for Superman. Until then, filmmakers have at it. Like a perennially losing pro team a la the Milwaukee Brewers or Detroit Lions, the school systems come up short again and again. It's time to clean house. That's the only way our kids have a future. There's one place where competition isn't acceptable, the classroom. I hope that gets in society's head soon enough, because it's taken far too long already. This is Daniel Riley for Sports Talk on Power Talk Internet Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all again next week.